have any problem with two-thirds, so we can include two-thirds in my solution.
But we don't need to.
Hmm?
Do we need to? Because it's not or equal to.
Correct. Okay, so this is greater than, so that means that even when we can use that number, we are not allowed because it's greater than 3. Yeah, good observation. All right. Okay, so we are excluding two-thirds because in here we have to have greater than 3, and we are excluding 0 because we cannot divide by 0. Okay, is that clear?
There's
Hmm?
no answer.
Yes. Yeah, we're gonna see what the answer is. Okay, so remember what we did yesterday? So we're gonna draw our parabola, and this is gonna be, a happy one. So let's draw our parabola. Okay, and then in here we are saying, so in here we're saying that these have to be less than 0, so we're gonna choose everything that is below the x-axis. So remember, less than 0 means the picture below the x-axis, and greater than 0 and you look up. But in this case, it's less than 0. I guess that means that we're going to highlight this interval. Okay, so I mean that the solution is going to be inside of the interval, right? Okay, so then we're going to say x, so you can put the x right in the middle if you want. X is between two-thirds and 0, but we cannot touch 0. And then using the other notation, okay, so the bracket notation, we're going to say that x, or the solution set is this interval. Okay, and we call this an open interval, okay, because, we cannot include 0 and we cannot include two-thirds. Okay, so this is called an open interval. Okay, that's it. All right, so you can see that when you have inequality like this, it's quite simple. Okay, all you have to do is just do what we just did, and then you're going to find the answer very, very easy. Okay? Okay, let's see how we're going to do question 2. Okay, can I read this off? Yeah, okay, let's. All right, so question 2. Okay. Okay, first of all, we need to inspect this inequality and see for which value of x this become undefined. What number will make the denominator equal to 0? -2. Can you see that? So we're going to say x cannot be equal to -2 because if you take x equal -2, then this becomes 0. So we already know that the solution is not x equal -2, right? And then what we're going to do, we're going to multiply both sides by x plus 2 in brackets square. Okay, we cannot multiply by x plus 2 because we don't know whether that is a positive or negative number, right? So we're going to multiply by x plus 2 squared. Okay, so let's do that. So multiply by x plus 2 squared is less than or equal to 4 multiplied by x plus 2 square.
And that's because it's addition.
Hmm?
That's because it's addition in there. If it was like x times 2, you just do x squared.
Yeah. Okay, so whatever you have in the denominator, you have to multiply by the square of that. Okay, because you know that this here is a positive number. Even if you have x minus 2, this, when you square it, it will be positive.
What if you had 2x?
If you have 2x,
Then you by 4x.
yeah, you multiply by 4x squared. Because you really want to get rid of the fraction.
Yeah.
Is, when
Yeah.
you say the denominator can't be equal to 0, in that one it says 1, if that was equal to 0, negative 2, 1 divided by 0 is 0, but then that's still less than 4.
But 1 divided by 0 is like error.
It's unfair, it's not 0. Black hole, big universe, explode.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Remember that we said that we cannot divide by 0?
Yeah.
Okay, so the division by 0 is undefined.
Oh, okay.
Okay, we're going to say that, is infinity, but no one knows what really infinity is. So we're going to say it's undefined. Okay? Okay, and then when you simplify this, then you're going to have x plus 2. Okay, x plus 2. Okay, I'm going to do it without the bracket. All right, are you happy if I go from here up to here?
Yeah.
Okay. And on the other side, you're going to have 4 in bracket x plus 2 square. Okay? And then what I'm going to do, I'm going to move, okay, I'm going to insert the bracket. I'm going to move this x plus 2 over here, all right? And then I'm going to flip it. Okay? So what I'm saying is this. So the next line is going to be 4x plus 2 square minus x plus 2. That is going to be less than or equal to
Greater than.
0.
Greater than? X plus?
Yeah, because it's going to point to the other side. Yeah. All right, happy with that? Okay, now you have two options. You can expand this and simplify and take common factor and everything, but that would be unnecessary because you already have a common factor. Can you see that? Okay, so just don't expand it, just leave it like that, take the common factor. What is the common factor?
X plus 2.
Yeah, x plus 2. So we're going to say x plus 2, bracket, so we're going to have 4x plus 2, then minus 1 is greater than or equal to 0. Okay, are you happy with that factorization? Yeah, you take x plus 2 out, all right? And then if you take x plus 2, what is left? So can you see that you're going to have 4, and still you're going to have 1x plus 2, okay? And then in here, well, you're going to have just minus 1. If you want, you can put the minus 1 there so you can see. Okay, and then we're going to simplify. Okay, so that means that we're going to have x plus 2, and then we're going to simplify this. So this is going to be 4x, and in here we're going to have 8 minus 1 is going to be 7. Okay, so it's going to be 4x minus 7, and that is greater than or equal to 0. Right? Okay, and then we're going to draw the number line. So let's draw the number line. And then we're going to put these two numbers there. Okay, so how do you put the number here? Well, you make x plus 2 equal 0 in your head, and then make x the subject. So that means that x is going to be equal to negative 2. So x is going to be equal to negative 2. And we know that we cannot touch that point, okay, from here. Okay, so I'm going to put that straight away.
Oh, and that's why we didn't do it with the other one, because x didn't equal 0. No, the other one didn't even have or equal to it.
Yeah. Yeah, but that was one of the reasons. Yeah.
How do we do this?
Okay, so we established before, we stated before.
Extending the 4x plus 2 minus 1.
Oh, yeah.
You got it? All right, so we got negative 2. And then from here, if you made that equal to 0 in your head, okay, so you're going to have 4x minus 7 equals 0. And then make x the subject, then you're going to have that x is equal to 7 on 4. Okay, so somewhere here, we're going to have 7 on 4. And this time we are allowed to take that value because it is equal to. Okay, so we're going to put a full circle. So we don't have any restriction for 7 over 4. And then we know that this is going to be another happy one, right? Because if you multiply x multiplied by 4x, it's going to be 4x squared. So I mean that, yeah, it's going to be one of those happy ones. So, okay, so we're going to do this. Right. And then you have to look at this very, very carefully and see that this is greater than or equal. So I mean that we look in the positive section. Okay, so the positive is here and in there. Otherwise, it's negative. Okay, can you see that this is positive, negative, positive? Okay, so I mean that the answer actually is going to be on this side or the other side. Okay, so then we're going to say, therefore, from here we're going to say that x is less than, we're not allowed to put equal, less than negative 2, or x can be greater than or equal to 7 over 4, because, yeah, we are allowed to use 7 over 4. Okay, and then we're going to use the bracket notation, the set notation, and then you're going to tell me. Okay, Min, go for it.
X belongs to round bracket negative infinity.
Up to?
Negative 2, round bracket, union,
Yep.
and then square bracket 7 over 4.
7 over 4.
And then positive infinity and round bracket.
Round bracket. Okay, got that? Okay, so you need to you need to get used to use this bracket. Okay, you need to get familiar with this notation because that's what we're going to be using all the time. Right. Okay, let's see how we go with this one. Okay, let's see how we go with that one. But are you okay up to here? Yeah? Okay. Amelia, are you okay with this? Yeah.
So do we get a break between the 2 math periods?
5 minutes. So you're going to go to the bathroom and then come back. That's it. Okay. That's the law. Every single minute is very, very important in this course. And you're going to be so grateful later.
If you do too much at once, your brain can't handle it.
No, you're very young. You know, people can do much more than this. I tell you this, people have done a lot of things like this and much more, and no one ever died. So it's good. You will be all right.
Actually, I think you find every single one of them died. Yeah.
No one of them died because of working hard. Right. Okay. So let's continue with this. Okay. What x cannot be equal? Negative half.
Yes.
Okay. Actually,
Just a positive 1.
positive half. Yeah.
No, wait, why?
That's if you're minusing one from
Yeah, yeah.
What about positive 1?
Yeah, no, I've stuffed up real bad.
Okay. So if you make that equals 0, Okay, make that equal 0, 2x minus 1 equals 0, and solve it.
So half.
Yeah, it's going to be x equal to half.
Oh, then why are people saying 1?
I see.
I don't know.
With the brain part.
Uh,
Don't worry about it.
Yeah, don't worry. I said negative half.
I said 3.
yeah, it was the reflection of what you said.
Yeah,
All right, okay, so x cannot equal to positive half. All right, so that is clear. We're going to make that clear from the beginning. Okay, so here we go. So if we want to find the answer for this, we need to multiply the left and the right by?
X minus 1 squared.
That's it. Okay, now we're going to save a little bit of writing, so we're going to put in here. So we're going to have only 3, 2x minus 1 less than 2x minus 1 squared. Okay, you know where that is coming from? I did multiply this side by 2x minus 1 squared and simplify. That's why we had 3 in bracket there. Okay, and then I multiply that by 2x minus 1 in bracket square. And then we're going to do exactly what we have been doing all the time. Okay, so I'm going to move the whole thing. I'm going to move all this to this side and then flip it in ahead. All right? So we're going to have bracket 2x minus 1 square minus 3 2x minus 1. Okay, and that is going to be greater than 0. Okay, do you understand why we went from here up to here?
Yeah.
Okay. And then we're going to take common factor. Okay, so it would be silly to expand it when at the end you're going to have to factorize it again. Again, here it's given to you. Okay, so we're going to just take the common factor, which is 2x minus 1. So I'm going to say 2x minus 1 is a factor of itself, 2x minus 1, and then minus 3. And that have to be greater than 0. All right? You happy with that?
Do you need brackets or not?
In this case, we don't need any bracket, okay, because this is in here, and in here we have only -3, so we don't need the bracket.
Does it make a difference if, like, if you move it each side? So if you kept the less than the whole way and you minus the 2x minus 1 squared?
It's still the same, exactly the same. Yeah, good question. So if you don't want to do this in your head, you can move that over the other side and do the same thing. Take the common factor, it doesn't matter. Okay, yeah, if you want to do that, from now on, just do that. Okay, and then we're going to simplify. So we're going to have 2x minus 1, and then it's going to be 2x minus 4. All right? And we can even simplify this by dividing by 2. Okay, so I'm going to divide this by 2. Can you see that? Okay, so that means that this is going to be the same as if you do 2x minus 1 and then x minus 2 greater than 0.
2 go.
We divide by 2.
Yeah, but doesn't that mean we need to take a 2 out the front?
No.
Because if
No.
you divide that, it's
No,
not
it's like, okay,
factorized.
I think I'm going to do something that will help you to understand that step. I'm going to delete this line. It's fine. Okay, can you see that in here we have a common factor, 2? So I'm going to put that 2 at the very beginning. Okay, so I'm going to put 2, and then 2x minus 1. And then because you took the common factor in here, then it's going to be x minus 2 only, greater than 0, like that, right? And then I'm going to divide by 2. So if you divide this side by 2, then you're going to have only these 2 factors. And then when you divide 0 divided by 2, well, it's 0. Okay? So that means that we're going to have 2x minus 1. Okay, so we got that. And then it's the business about drawing the number line. Let's draw the number line. And we're going to have x equal positive 2.5. Okay, so you're going to put the half in here and positive 2 in there. And because the question doesn't include, the question or the solution set doesn't include the equal, so that means that we're going to have to do this and this. All right? So we are excluding a half because of this and the greater than, and we are excluding 2 because I have to be greater than. All right? Do you understand that? Okay. And then we're going to draw our beautiful parabola. It happens to be a happy one again. And again, it happens